everybody, it's Tanya from Dolly Day's Nursery, and this is my video for Motivational Monday. So today I have with me Grant. This is Grant. Big boy he is. Today's devotion is called Preparing for Change. No matter where we are in our lives, change is in the horizon. Change is going to come, and it is best to embrace it. As we move from cleansing the parts, we anticipate the change that is yet to come in the process of painting our reborn kit. The kit is probably a pale color, and as the layers of paint accumulate, the change becomes evident. We look forward to the finished product, and the change, the difference, will be awesome. Sometimes, no doubt, we will experience some challenges. The paint may be too thin or too pigmented. Sometimes a kit may take a little extra patience and love to see the start to finish. Our spiritual lives are much the same. 2 Corinthians 12:9-10 says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. That is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, in difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong." We face many changes in life. In our family life, our employment, our health. Changes we often wish we could avoid. But in the change is the grace of God. Some changes are the result of something we have done, and other times it's a change we have no control over. I have endured through some devastating changes in my life. At times it didn't seem good for me, or I saw no good in it. But one thing I know is that I don't see the finished product of my life. Only God knows, and He can use all the boo-boos and challenges for the good. My favorite scripture is Lamentations 3:22-24, which says, "Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for His compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I say to myself, the Lord is my portion, therefore I will wait for Him." There is work in change, and challenges too, but someone once said, if nothing ever changed, there'd be no butterflies. The question is, what do you see? A caterpillar or a butterfly? What I know is this. As a new reborn artist, I am amazed of the beauty as each layer of paint changes the blank doll kit into a work of art. Change is on the horizon for us all. Remember, God is faithful and steadfast. If you're facing a challenge or a change, trust on Him and He will bring you through. His grace is sufficient. Robin Sharma says this, "Change is hard at first, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end." Just remember that. I hope you have a good day, a good week. And I hope that as you face the circumstances of your life, that you would realize that even though it doesn't seem good right now, that God can make some good out of it. I'm living proof of that. But we all have our own circumstances. And most of the time when we're going through our own thing, we think that no one else knows what it's like. But I always try to remind myself that what I'm going through, there's always someone going through something even more difficult. And so even though change can hurt, it could be painful, but I think most of the time it's our attitude towards life, our attitude towards change. That's what makes it what it is. And so I hope that you would feel positive today, and that you would feel not so alone. And that even though I don't know what you're going through, I've gone through things, and therefore I want the world to know that I support someone else who is going through difficult times as well. I may not know your name. I may not know your circumstances. I may have never even seen you. But just know that in my heart, God is connecting me to your pain right now so that I can pray for you and I can support you, even though I don't know your name or your circumstance. So I hope that as you share in this community, this reborn community, that you know that there are people here who genuinely care about you and care about your circumstances. And when we say that we will pray for you, or if we comment, I just prayed for you, for some of us, that is the absolute truth. I never comment praying for you until I actually whisper a word of prayer to God on your behalf. So when you see my comment that I'm keeping you in my prayers, you can be assured that I lifted you to God in prayer. So I hope this little time of devotion is helpful to someone. I'm trying to keep it very simple because God's love is simple. And so I just want you to know today that even though you face changes and challenges, that God's strength is enough, that His love and grace is sufficient to carry you through. So may God bless you today and always. Have a good week.